looks pretty good right there. Oh. Pardon me as I prepare. Hang with me. Show's about to get super interesting. Gonna fold my towel. Gonna slide the chair over. I'm gonna sit down. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see if I can get a nice setup for y'all. Good morning, Luke. Good morning, Nate. Good morning, Laura. You looked very pretty in that video last night. Bet you got a lot of men flirting with you on such videos. Good morning, David. Good morning, Robert Montgomery Knight. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Miss Joan. Hi, Shun. Hello, Tarzana. Hello, Trabman. I don't know if I need my hat. Not sure if I do or don't. Grand Rising, guy, and good morning, user. Good morning, Shannon. Good morning, Bernice. Good morning, Kathy Middleton. Yes, I am off today, Robert Montgomery. You are spot on. You would have known that had you watched. I shouldn't scold my live viewers. Got a neighbor walking a little tiny dog over there. She's a nice neighbor, forget her name. It's so weird. Hello, Kivo. Hello, Kivo. You see the steam on my breath. Oh, speaking of steam, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and as much as I'm appreciating the sun popping up, suddenly I can't see a darn thing. But anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and I'm going to try and do something here. I hope I don't lose you. If I lose, yeah, well. I turned up the brightness on my phone. It's a miracle of technology. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. This is a little show I started a long time ago. It's a show, about me talking, sharing some experiences, sharing some stuff, sharing a little bit about life, sharing a little bit about our journey. It's a show about me lighting that candle. I'm going to try and light this candle. I debated which candle to use. I thought I'd light one in the day, outside, just for fun, for a little bit of ambiance. And for those that have been watching a while, you know, and you're going to be so excited about this. I got a huge surprise for you. Hello, Joy. I mean, it's not a huge surprise. I really overpromise and underdeliver in my Coffee with Ken. But I brought a nice whole warm pot, thermos, pitcher of coffee out here today. Because one thing I knew I didn't want to have happen this morning was to sit outside, go live, and have my coffee get tepid. Because you know I don't like that. So anyway, I got a hot pitcher here. It's insulated. My coffee should be nice and hot, and it is. I'm only going to pour a half cup. I'm going to get cold, and I'm going to refill it when I want. Going to slide in. And anyway, so now I have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. It's not really in front of me. I mean, it's in front of me. It's in my hand in front of me. But I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee as well. Cheers to us. Oh. That's nice. That is nice. That is really nice. Have another sip. Hey, Satlife, thank you so much for following the host. I so appreciate it. For those that have been watching, I'm going to pop on my hat. I hate to cover up my bald head. I'm worried. Wear this hat. I brought two hats out. Some people make fun of it. This is my favorite hat, though. It's bright blue. Somebody wants to see the neighborhood. I'll show you what we're looking at. I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois. It is a town of about 145,000. Hello, Scott Concrete people. It is 35 miles west from Chicago. I live at the end of a quiet street. There's a little Korean church at the end of my street with a little park and playground right attached, so it's so nice. I cut through there with my dog Holly on our walks a lot of times. Let her off the leash, let her run around. She never really poops unless she's on the leash, so I'd like to say she runs around and poops, but she doesn't. Unless we're on an official walk, it is nice having a park close. It's amazing, really. I have a school. I walked through 2 schoolyards today on my morning walk with Holly. And there's a third, within a third of a mile. I'm kind of centrally located between 2 elementary schools and a junior high. There's a high school probably about a mile that way, Naperville North. Real nice school. Naperville Central's just a couple miles down the road, just on the other side of downtown. And I'm coming at you from Naperville. I'm sitting outside today. Why am I sitting outside, you may ask? Well, you may not even care. But either way, I'll tell you. It's viewfold. I was, for most of you know, I think inside my house is kind of a void of Verizon activity. I have Verizon cell service. And my cell service, for those that have been watching every day, when I'm shooting my live videos in the morning, I get a lot of bad connections. There's pauses, there's breaks, there's freezing in the video, and I don't like that. That stresses me out a little bit. So I feel the further I get away from the back of the house, the better the connection is for whatever reason. I don't know. And apparently it's playing out true because it says I have a great connection right now, and I like that. That makes me happy. That's me being happy. You know what else makes me happy besides Ken's out here looking like a bad boy. I am looking like a bad boy. I am looking like a bad boy. Hello, Ty. It's so weird. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is or what day it is. But whenever I do live videos, everyone's like going, why aren't you at work? I mean, it could be Saturday night at 11 o'clock. And people are bitching that I'm not working. Ken's an OG. I am an OG. Oh, because the coat. And somebody asked, hello, Ty. Somebody asked earlier if I was going on a motorcycle ride. Hell yes, I am. It's actually a scooter. But it's big. It's a 400cc Suzuki Bergman 400. And it's highway legal. I've never gone on it on the highway. I've maybe had it over 70 a couple times, but that's it. But it's a big scooter. It weighs, 450, 500 pounds. So it's, if you're picturing a scooter, you're either picturing one of two things. One of those things kids stand on and kind of pedal. This is me standing and pedaling while sitting down. And or one of those little tiny mini bike type scooters that are in Dumb and Dumber, although that's a mini bike actually. Mine's neither. And I am going to be I'm not street legal. I'm too dangerous for the street. Thank you, Sarah. Good morning to you. Oh, we got a nice happy group today. Somebody asked if this is my work. This is my aspiring work. I am working a job in a traditional sense right now, and this is my day off. And good morning, badass wifey. I'd like to meet badass wifey, just for her name. Holly scared a bird out of the bushes behind me. That's what she is. She's a bird dog. Her job in life, she's bred and trained to dive into bushes, stir up, pheasant probably, or whatever other type of birds she might want to stir up, dove or something, and let the hunters shoot them. Hello, Anna Sweet Bear. I go in at 10 a.m. until 5. Well, okay. I love that you love your coffee time. Hello, Janie. How is South Carolina treating you today? Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of you. Yes, I've been to Florida. Who hasn't been to Florida? You know, most of my cousins live, I guess I only have one cousin left in the United States. It's strange. It's sad. But I have a lot of family in Scotland, which is a beautiful country, and my mother grew up there, and I was fortunate to visit it several times, but many years ago. Occasionally, my cousins from Scotland will post how they went to, like, Disney World. And they'll post it on Facebook. And I'll find out from Facebook that they were in my country. And they didn't even say hi. I mean, I can't overly blame them. I haven't seen them in a long time. So I can't overly blame them. Hey, Rita, thank you so much for following the host. I appreciate it. Hey, MPS, thank you for following the host. I so appreciate you all. Let's have a little more coffee. It's always strange when I have a car drive by. I don't know if you can see it behind me. I guess it could be somebody that works at the church. But usually it's somebody expecting, because I live on Main Street. This is Main Street, Naperville. Look at it. I'm going to show you again just to emphasize what I'm talking about. This is Main Street, Naperville. And I'm not in a little Mayberry type town. This is a town of 150,000 people with 5 high schools. And it's funny that I actually live on Main Street. And this might be, look, I don't know if you could see him drive back by. It's what I thought. It's usually somebody that thinks Main Street should run through to another busy street. And they get disappointed when they run into a parking lot of a Korean church. And they don't speak Korean. What the heck? What happened? I usually steer them around. No, they figure it out soon enough. Am I in the older portion of town? I'm in not a really older portion. I mean, the oldest portion of town is the historic district right by downtown Naperville. A lot of homes built in the late 1800s down there. I am a mile and a half maybe from the heart of downtown Naperville. I could walk there. I never have. Washington Avenue, you can't see. It's, I don't know, on the other side of the park. Washington House. We got people that know some things about it. Hello, Abby. But I think these homes were probably built in the 1950s, most of them. They're tiny. I live in one of the smallest homes in Naperville. It's just a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath ranch. It's perfect for me, my kids when I have them, and my dog Holly. It's got a fenced-in backyard, which is nice. But Holly, again, doesn't think she can poop in the backyard. She doesn't feel, unless we're on an official walk, that she's going to go. Do you hear the birds? I love the sounds of the birds. And again, they seem to have come out early this year. Oh, real quickly, I was in Super Target yesterday, working in the morning, and we had a tornado warning. It's funny. The whole story. I mean, it's probably not a worthwhile story to tell you. It's not a worthwhile story. But I'll tell it to you anyway, because what the hell else am I going to do? We're drinking coffee and talking, and you guys can't talk. We have a bunch of racks on wheels that you put merchandise out and slide them out to the main sales floor, and then you stock the shelves. I found a rack in the back room that was assigned to my aisle that was already loaded up with merchandise. And I go, oh, well, I'm going to run this out to the floor and stock the shelves. It turned out, and the tornado warning went off. And apparently there's this strategy at a Super Target when there's tornadoes in the area, because there was a small tornado, I don't know, a few miles away, apparently, I heard about. And apparently there's a strategy and where we're supposed to go, and so everyone stays safe. But I'm sitting here, and I'm on this, pushing this cart, it turned out it was one out of 10 of the carts is weirdly tall, is like a foot taller than the rest of the carts. And I slid it to the end of the back stock room, and it hit the door. And I'm going, huh. And I turned around, went to the other end, the other exit that I've always used, and it hit the door. And I got this totally full cart. You know, it's got not a ton, but a lot of stuff on it. It wouldn't be an easy task just to unload it and put it on a shorter cart. And I figured the back cart was that cart was in this room somehow. There must be a way to get it out, but I couldn't find it. And all of a sudden, one of my managers came around the corner and yelled at me. She didn't yell. She was kind. But told me to go to the fire hall or whatever it's called, where all the customers and all the employees were huddled safely. I was more worried about getting that dang cart out. I'm a good worker. 54-year-old Naperville man crushed in a tornado. He refused to go to the safe zone because he couldn't get a cart. He had too tall of a cart to get out the door. Turns out you can get that cart out through the bakery, but I did not know that. There was a sneak way, which was a long way around. Remember the Plainfield tornado in 1990? I do. I remember where I was. My ex-wife grew up in Plainfield and lived there during that time, and she was young then, but has some scary memories from it. And it's interesting because I love thunderstorms, and I kind of like even tornadoes. And she was always very scared of them due to, I think, her childhood memories of Plainfield, because there was a big tornado that came through Plainfield and wiped out a lot of it. And a couple of years ago, there was a tornado warning in Naperville on Father's Day. And this might have been 3 years ago. And it came by at 11 o'clock at night. And this was when I used to drink and smoke pot all day. And believe me, on Father's Day and my birthday, they were special celebration days. So I was drinking and smoking pot all day on this Father's Day. And I'm laying there, and we could hear the tornado siren or whatever it is going off, and my wife's saying, hey, we should go down to the basement. In hindsight, she's probably right. We should have gone down to the basement. But a drunk and stoned Ken said, no, God won't take me on Father's Day. And I went to sleep. Turned out the tornado went down Bailey Road, and I may have said this before, which was 2 blocks from where I lived. It was a small tornado. No lives were lost, fortunately. But there was damage to houses, some roofs, the car flipped over, some trees down. But it was so weird. It was so weird because where I lived, and I'm telling you, it wasn't 300 yards. I mean, maybe it was 300 yards, maybe, from the street where the tornado went down. But there was not even branches down in my yard. And I walked a block towards Bailey, which was the street it went down, and there were big branches down. And then you walked to Bailey, and there were trees down, and a car flipped over, and everything. Yeah, Plainfield High. Yeah, there was... No, I know, Shannon, tornadoes aren't anything to mess around with. But, I mean, it's not like I don't know. I agree. Was there... There was damage. Jack, did you know that? Yeah, there were trees that they had to remove out. There was damage by the fire station. They had to take down a bunch of trees permanently, which was sad. They had some big, beautiful trees. Yeah, there were damage all that way, and it also hurt people in... or damaged some places in Woodridge as well, for those that know it. How have I been? Olivia, I've been great. Thank you so much for asking. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. You're late this morning. Yeah, it was in Ranchview as well. Yeah. But anyway, so, yeah, went right down Bailey, and there was the fire station itself was okay, but some trees were down in the fireplace. Hello, Michael, Jarrett. I'm sitting so far back. I hope you're okay with the distance. I mean, you know, I've always been huge into socially distancing. I don't even go in a crowded store anymore. I like to keep my space. Just moved to Nashville a couple years ago. No, yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, no, Plainfield. Again, my ex-wife grew up there and went to Plainfield, one of the Plainfields. Hello, oh, Michelle, I'm sorry. Michelle Jarrett, I appreciate you. Guys, my coffee's getting a little tepid. 2 schools of thought. Let me take a sip. Part of me wants to dump this and pour in some fresh, which would keep the coffee purely hot, but it would also waste the coffee. So I don't want to waste any because I want to drink a lot of coffee today. And chug it. I wish you would have said that a minute ago. I would have. Would you guys have all been on the other end of the phone yelling, chug, 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 chug? It's like, blah, blah, blah. I used to be able to chug beer really well. It's grotesque what we used to do. I went to a fraternity, lived in a fraternity, and I went to U of I, graduated in 1990, and yeah, we would do what's called keg chugs. And it was just however many guys were there, would just kind of go in a rotation and keep the tap running until the keg was gone. And it wasn't too bad when we had a good group, big group there. It wasn't bad with a big group, but if you only had, 15 guys down there, you were going to be drinking a lot of beer. What days do I work? I'm not part-time. I'm going to work 37 and a half hours this week. Currently, I'm scheduled from 7 to 3. I think my schedule's being figured out. This week, I have off Sunday and Tuesday for those that care. Felt kind of weird because I didn't work. Again, we don't need to get too in-depth into my scheduling at work because it's not that interesting even to me. Jack Taylor, apologies accepted, but I'd appreciate promptness. I strive to being very prompt. One thing I am is timely. And you're going to be so excited. I appreciate you asking. For anyone that missed, it's the Cinnamon Dolce. The Cinnamon Dolce by Starbucks. It sounds so hoity-toity, and it's really quite nice. I've never had a cinnamon coffee, and I've learned, I think, dolce is Italian for sweet. I bought 2 bags yesterday. They were on sale at Super Target. It's really kind of funny. When you get done, it is a new one. It's a new one for me. When you get done working, and you go, I need some groceries. And you take off your name badge, you put on your coat so nobody asks you any questions, and you grab a shopping cart, because you always grab the shopping cart, I'm telling you, and you start shopping, and you spend the money you made. But either way, you need to. Okay. I'll continue to talk, because you guys can't speak. You're not really having the Cinnamon Dolce, are you? Music number? I've never even heard of it till yesterday. Yeah, Super Target's a great store. They announced earnings today. It's interesting. I don't have cable currently. I obviously needed to take a job, and I recently divorced, have a ton of costs, and not enough income. So I cut my cable recently. And one of my habits, and it was probably a bad habit, that I used to tune in every morning, probably even at the start of this show a lot, is CNBC. Is CNBC, watching CNBC, or watching the news in general. Like I flipped on, went to the app and went to the CNBC app just to see what the stock market was doing. It's so funny. I was a stockbroker for like 10 years, and I thought the world revolved around the stock market. You don't watch it for 2 weeks, and it's still sitting right where it was, give or take a couple hundred points. It just doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter. I mean, that's not what life is. Life isn't about the stock market or, stocks going up or down. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Staring at them doesn't do any good. And I kind of feel that way about the news, and I've talked about it before, like crime. Crime happens, bad things happen, trials happen. I had some people asking me what I thought of, I don't know, some dude that's on trial for killing his wife and son, and it's a sad, sad story, but I had no thoughts. I get no joy in following along in that story or that soap opera that is, I don't know, a family's tragedy, Makes me feel yucky. So I don't even know the guy's name, but somebody asked about it, and you guys probably know who I'm talking about. And again, I flipped on CNBC on the app today, and the one thing that was curious is it talked about Target. Came out with earnings that were a little better than expected, but they cited problems in the year ahead because it seems like a lot of... so their margins are down a little bit. So I don't know. They said it might be a tough year ahead. Let's have a little more coffee. I forgot to turn on the do not disturb. So if you guys just got a break in the signal, that is why. I had a phone call come in, so I apologize. Hey, Jack Taylor, are you there? Notice how my reception's good. Inside my house, particularly by the kitchen. Jack Taylor, I think the CEO of Target may have mentioned the hiring of Ken Tracy of Naperville as one of the reasons for their, for the only reason for positivity. The only reason for positivity was the hiring of Ken Tracy from Naperville. I do enjoy my job. It does feel good to be productive. I kind of wish I was working today. The one hard thing, and I hate to talk about it too much or whine about it too much. Hello there. Thank you so much for following the host. It's a lot of walking and standing. And again, I'm out of shape and kind of creaky and old. I bet it's great exercise. I bet I'm burning a ton of calories. A ton of calories. I'm moving boxes around. And I'm probably getting super buff. Can you guys tell? Am I getting super buff? Probably can't see the huge rippling muscles underneath my leather jacket. But anyway, what time is it? Notice, anyone that's tuned in late, yes, I do have a candle lit this morning. I don't know what I'm doing today. Somebody earlier on asked what my plans were today. I'm probably going to go to Stargate and edit the crap out of a few of these live videos and post a bunch. Hey, Shannon, you have a wonderful day. Can you do the Hans and Franz pump you up from SNL? No, I cannot, Jack Taylor. I don't do impersonations. Hello, Shizzle Katie. Hello, Lincoln Fincher. Hello, Tani Marie. And Grandma J. And Bruce Watson. And Tammy. And Jay. How come all of a sudden, like, we get a whole rush of people coming in? Hey, I love when people send me roses. That's the sweetest thing. Roses are such a pretty flower. They're so dainty, though. I mean, maybe that's part of their beauty. Therein lies the beauty. You know. I don't know what I'm saying. Wow, people are still tuning in. We got like 60 people watching right now. Bye-bye, Shannon. Oh, Jack Taylor's saying it. Rose for you. Love your show. Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Is there a dog behind me? Holy crap, there is a dog behind me. Yeah, I know there's a dog behind me. That's Holly. Hello from Minnesota. How's the weather in Minnesota? You getting snow? Yes, that's my dog. What do you think? Somebody just alerted me to the presence of Holly. They thought some random dog had just crept up upon me like a coyote. Apparently, you'll see a coyote around in this neighborhood from time to time. I haven't seen one. I've lived here since June of last year and have yet to see a coyote. But in pretty much every other neighborhood in Naperville I've lived, I've had coyote in my yard, which I personally think is neat as heck. I think it's neat as heck. You know, when I was a kid, we didn't see lots of snow in Minnesota. I'm not surprised. I don't know, is there a coyote hunting season? There probably is. You probably get to hunt everything. I kind of don't think, by the way, and I mean, if there's any vegans out there or PETA people out there, and I love animals, I love nature, I don't think you're supposed to hunt hunters, like apex predators or predators. I mean, not to get too weird, but I think God put deer to be hunted, usually by wolves or coyotes or bears or what have you. But I don't think we're meant to hunt things that hunt. Can you hear the shooting range from your place? No, I can't hear the shooting range. I don't even know what shooting range you're talking about. Oh, he's chasing birds all over the yard. She's really in her element. Wow, thank you all for joining. I'm having such a nice time. It's so good to be sitting outside. Yeah, somebody asked about, do I see any turtles? Jack Taylor, that's a really good question, a powerful question by you. No, I haven't seen any turtles in quite some time. I mean, in Four Lakes there's turtles. Usually turtles live in water. You think it's on West? Oh, well, I'm sure if I went looking for turtles I could find some. But I'll bet you most turtles are still hibernating. Because we're probably still going to get another snow. And I know reptiles don't like snow a heck of a lot. Because it's cold. And they have no way to heat up their body. Oh, the range on West. Oh, no, West is far away. I mean, not super far. But it's on the other side of downtown. It's a few miles away. We're going to get some snow on Friday. I hope we do. You know, it's still February 28th. 2 months into the year. Time's going quickly, but you know, I know winter's not past us yet. So to expect it to be 70 degrees and sunny right now, and you know, would be expecting a lot. But we can appreciate what we do have, and I think the temperature is in the upper 30s where I'm at right now. It's going to be in the mid 40s later. I'm probably going to take my scooter out and ride down to Starbucks, drink some coffee. Probably edit some of these videos, post a heck of a lot of videos today. I have so much fun doing that. And my page is growing, and it's growing on all sorts of social media platforms. I love hearing the birds too. I almost feel bad that I'm talking so much. Yeah, very little snow this year. I do have Bruce Willis hair. Bruce Willis has my hair. Actually, he did it first. Pulp Fiction. He and Andre Agassi inspired me that I could go bald. Because, I don't know, they did it first. And I needed it. And so it came along. Bruce Willis. And I'll tell you what, I saw a shaved head man yesterday at Target. And I'm thankful that I went. I am in this time period where men shave their heads, because I'm glad I didn't grow up 40 years ago and have like thinning hair or comb overs or toupees or something like that, because I don't think any of those are good looks. You know what I mean? I'm sure that you do. But anyway, I've really enjoyed this today. I so appreciate you guys for watching. Shannon usually leaves about 40 minutes into my show, so I'm assuming Jack Taylor, do bald guys give them each other the nod? No, but I do remember I used to work with a guy named Don Ivanovic. He was Croatian, for those that care, who had a shaved head as well. And it was early on in the shaved head phenomena. Can I call it a phenomena? Thank you, Julie. And we were at a party together, and I felt silly because he and I were standing next to each other, and we both had bald heads. You wouldn't feel silly these days because it's it's fairly common. But again, it was early on in the bald phenomena. Bald guys are hot, Katie. Thank you for noticing and appreciating. The work we do to be this good looking without hair, amazing. So anyway, I'm looking forward to taking my scooter out. I probably got to eat something before I head to Starbucks because I don't want to drink a whole lot more coffee on a hungry tummy. I get to pick up my little nugget of love at 3 o'clock, Augie. Can't pick them up on the scooter. That would not work. Someday. And look forward to it. Where am I going to ride today? Jack Taylor, I think you think that I ride my scooter just to go on rides. It's utility. It's where I go. I don't know, it's Starbucks. I mean, sometimes I'll take it for a ride just for fun. But a lot of times I'll take it to the store, or something like that. Yeah, to the store. Or this morning, I'm definitely going to go to Starbucks. I might even go to the far Starbucks to enjoy the ride a little longer. I probably will. One of my favorite employees left the far Starbucks and went to the close Starbucks, which saddens me because I prefer the far Starbucks, and now I don't see the favorite employee as often. Her name was Katie, but got the personality of John Chase Seinfeld. I got the looks of Bruce, but the personality of Jerry. Yeah. I hate to be vain. I hate to be vain. But that sounds like one pretty cool guy. Let's have a little more coffee. I don't know how I can top that. I should leave you with that. I so appreciate you guys for watching and joining me today and sharing, 40 minutes with me this morning and sharing a little bit of coffee. And, following in my adventure and following along in my story and liking my videos. And bird flew over my head. Part of me was worried it was going to poop on me. Oh, by the way, there's a ton of bats that come here, not at this time of year, but I remember as I was going towards the end of last summer, I'd have bats swarming around here. It was kind of neat, kind of scary. I'm a little scared of bats. I'm not really scared of birds unless they're geese. And you know what I call geese? Does anybody know what I call geese? I've said it 2 out of 3 live videos lately. And I just made it up the other day. I'm that witty. Winged wolverines. So let's have a little more coffee. It's good luck if you're pooped on by a bird. Man. That's sure making a positive out of a good band name. What? Flying Rats is a good band name? It could be. Or a good kindergarten teacher. What would you play? If I was in a band, what would I play? I think I'd sing. Not because I'm a good singer, but because I don't really have any ability at instruments, or I never have. I've never been able to play an instrument. I mean, I tried to play the piano a couple times. So I'd have to sing just by default. So I would hope they would like my voice. But it'd be, guys, I can't do anything else. I bet you that's how most singers become singers. The drummer plays the drums, the guitarist plays the guitarist, the keyboard is a great keyboardist, and me, or whoever's the odd man out, goes, hey, I can't play a damn instrument. And they go, well, you'll have to be our singer. I bet you that's how it happens. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you get outside, you enjoy a little sunshine if you're living in a place with sunshine. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you real soon. Bye-bye. Uh-oh.